If you need to axolotl questions about Howl-o-Scream at Busch Gardens, hopefully we have the answers for you. Hey everyone, we are at Busch Gardens today on the precipice of the start of Howl-o-Scream. But Howl-o-Scream has not started yet. We're still within Bier Fest. And believe it or not, there are still some Bier Fest foods that we didn't get to try last time, even though we tried a bunch of stuff. We are trying to accomplish a lot of stuff with this video. Number one, we're going to try the last little bit of Bier Fest food that we were interested in from last time. We're also going to check out any park updates that are around. Since the last time we were here, there were some baby wolves born, so we're hoping to catch those while we're here. And last but not least, we're going to look at what they've added to the park for Howl-o-Scream, with Howl-o-Scream right around the corner. They're also doing a lights-on walkthrough of Death Water Bayou Morte, so we are really excited to get the opportunity to check that out. That is the big thing that we're here for. So with all that in mind, this might be a long video. Let's get going. Before we even enter the park, our friend the Grim Reaper is back advertising Howl-o-Scream. This year's Howl-o-Scream runs from Friday, September 5th until November 2nd. So it goes all the way into the beginning of November, which is nice. And they want to keep you farther away from it this year, the Grim Reaper, because they put up a fence around it. So you can't get as close as you once could. Of course, no visit to Busch Gardens would be complete without checking the Emporium to see what's new for sale. Excited to see that they have their Howl-o-Scream merchandise out early, a week before the event starts. Some new merchandise, some old merchandise. For one, this mug, which I believe is old merchandise. It just says Howl-o-Scream on both sides. I don't recognize the mug, but the mug is $24.99. Some things that are new, however, this Howl-o-Scream logo shot glass, this tumbler, and this water bottle with a skull on it. The tumbler, let's see, anything on the back? Just another skull, but it's really zoomed in. They have matching koozies as well. Koozies are $9.99. They also have a floppy hat with the Howl-o-Scream logo on it. Nothing on the back. That hat is $34.99. And they have this Howl-o-Scream jersey with a 13 on the back. Blood dripping going down. Here's the front side of it. Howl-o-Scream logo and a skull. They have some plush, almost like Squishmallows, but they're not actual Squishmallow brand. They have a bear shaped like a pumpkin. They have this little bat creature, sort of a bat, I don't know. They have this sugar skull type axolotl and a candy corn cat. Here's this year's No Boo necklace with the Howl-o-Scream logo on the lanyard. So the No Boo necklaces, if you're not familiar, are used to keep the scare actors away from you while walking through scare zones. And they mentioned last year's necklace will not protect you, so they are making sure they're making their money this year. But it will not also work inside the houses. This is only to protect you in scare zones. They have this, I believe it's a spirit jersey. It looks like, yes, it's a spirit jersey. This Howl-o-Scream spirit jersey, that's the front side, and the back side is on this mannequin. Howl-o-Scream, huge in gold here. They also have a matching giant water bottle with the gold logo on it. Nothing on the back. There's a Howl-o-Scream baseball cap and shot glasses, two different shot glass designs. This general one with the skull, and then a more blood-filled shot glass. They have some Howl-o-Scream magnets in the bucket, and they also have the Howl-o-Scream keychain as well. And another tumbler with blood inside of it to match the shot glass. One more Howl-o-Scream t-shirt. Looks like they're going with a gold theme this year. Another gold t-shirt with a skull behind the Howl-o-Scream logo. That shirt is $29.99. A bunch of returning Howl-o-Scream and general Halloween merchandise from previous years. They have this "Get in, loser, we're going hunting" shirt. Howl-o-Scream koozie and glassware. Pint glasses, shot glasses. They have Howl-o-Scream baseball caps and throws with the paint skull. The Howl-o-Scream along with all of the United Parks and Resorts parks listed on there. Another general Howl-o-Scream shirt. Here is last year's Busch Gardens Williamsburg Howl-o-Scream house list on this shirt, and also the accompanying hoodie from last year. Of course, some of the houses on this list have been replaced. We'll look at that in a little bit. Other glassware. They have these little paint cans that have shirts inside of them. They have these coffee mugs. They're really large. Here's holding one. You can see how big it is compared to my hand. Time for a coffin break. From last year, they have these light up skull lanyards that also will fog. Those are kind of fun. Some old Howl-o-Scream and other general Halloween shirts. The sheet list. Person of interest. I'm like literally dead. This one actually says Howl-o-Scream on it. They brought back the logo Jack shirt. They have some socks. Nurse You Back to Death. That's pretty funny. I like that one. The Jack socks, and they also have the plush Jack returning this year. Killarney Diner shirt. Other Howl-o-Scream logo items. Baseball cap. There's a kid-size shirt here and a water bottle with a matching logo. This ringer tee, a couple of other plush animals. These little tiny skeleton and black cat, ghost and jack-o'-lantern little tiny cups. Looks like something you would have gotten at a kid's meal from McDonald's a few years back. Classic classroom Halloween decorations down there. These funny little trick-or-treat bags. Meow candy, please. More candy, please. Howl-o-Scream sweatshirt. These wrist wranglers, you can wrap a snake around your wrist. A couple other Halloween fans and candy bags. Here's a look at one of the folding fan designs open, so you can get an idea how big it is and what the designs look like. Also, as we approach the end of the year, select 50th anniversary merchandise is now 25% off as they try to clear their stock. And actually, come to mention it, I don't think we've seen this mug before. That's weird that this late in the year they'd be adding a piece of merchandise we didn't see. 50th anniversary mug. Don't remember seeing this one either. There's a glittery magnet for the 50th. Also never noticed that this bear is for the 50th anniversary as well. I looked right past this bear because it's so subtle. There is a 50th logo on here, but it's the same color as the bear itself, so I never noticed that this was for the 50th anniversary. Out in front of the heraldry shop, which we never really look at, right next to the Emporium, they have a selection of Howl-o-Scream 2025 jackets and hoodies as well. This one has the Howl-o-Scream logo on the front and the back. And that one is $79.99. This hoodie design in red. That one is actually on sale for $59.99 right now. And this black one is also on sale for $59.99. Brand new hoodies. This year's logo, Howl-o-Scream 2025, hasn't even started yet. These are already on sale. But the selection's very limited. There are only like 2 of each design here. Well, with them beginning to sell Howl-o-Scream merchandise, we were expecting to see the Killarney Diner sign up over here, but nothing yet. 1 week to go and there's still no sign up. Since the last time we were here, they added 2 baby wolves to their pack. There is August and there is Freya, and in a little bit the baby wolves are going to be out, so we're hoping to be able to check them out down in the Wolf Valley.
they are. And as you see, our trainers are joining them. These guys are 3 months old, so they're just little guys. Get that. Get that. So 3 months old, which means that we can still interact with them pretty lenient way. They are not classified as class 1 predators yet. All of our older wolves above 6 months of age are classified that way, so we can't just, very relaxed and leniently, stroll around them, go in there free contact like these trainers are, because they're not 6 months old yet. They're only 3 months old. So they are growing at a very exponential rate, though. It seems like every single day that we're like, all right, let's increase their diet. Let's increase their diet, because they are just ravenously growing puppies. So we are keeping up with the pace. We are actively trying to also desensitize them to a lot of stimulus. You guys are included in that. And what better way for especially a puppy to be reinforced than with a treat? So primarily right now, because they are so food motivated, we are using treats to reinforce them. But apparently a big fluffy pile of grass in a river is just as reinforcing. So we're gonna give them some free time to kind of run out their energy. It's our goal every single day to tire these guys out, and so far it has been quite the challenge to do. They very much have endless energy. Freya, who is running amok out there and now is very, very muddy, she is very, very energetic, and also very, very social. She's confident, she's sassy, so she is a little bit more, if you were to ask them to do something, Freya would probably be the first wolf to volunteer herself to do something. They see us as the most responsible, highest up, most dominant member of their pack. So when you go home to your canine at home, you are seen as basically the alpha, or the most dominant member of their pack. For our wolves, we are making it a point to not make that connection. We would rather them not see us as a wolf at all. And so there's behaviors that we can't really do with these guys, that we have to respect that they have their own choices. Immediate flop. And then, even further on, when we get into the more complex training, they see us as kind of this, external entity that comes in to give them some engagement, to make sure that they are living very well. But as far as wolf-to-wolf relationships, canine mannerisms, we're going to leave all that to the other wolves teaching these guys. We have, outside of just watching the other wolves, because behind the scenes, even these guys where they are located right now, they can all see the other wolves, they can all hear them talking, what they're, doing with each other. They are witnessing all of that and taking that in. That's another very important part of puppyhood, is that you're kind of learning, the pack, oh, this is my older sister, this is mom, this is the difference of how I treat my sister versus my mom, and things like that. Typically in the wild, the oldest female has breeding rights. So typically, she's the only one that's allowed to breed and have a litter of pups. So she is the primary caretaker. However, most everybody in the pack helps out when it comes to raising pups. But as far as giving birth to pups, the alpha female has that right. And so Kaya, being one of the most dominant females that we have, she acted instinctively when those 2 pups came at 4 months old. She's like, they do not have a female in their lives. I am going to become the female in their lives and act as mother. So she adopted them. We're going to be very careful in watching Kaya just as much as these guys to make sure they are learning everything they need to do. And Kaya has been a very good influence in teaching canine mannerisms, and also teaching discipline as well. So we're going to let these guys get some energy out.
You can't go down there.
Again, if you're just joining, this is August and Freya. Freya is the very chaotic wolf who is running in the stream there. And August is her pack mate. He's a little boy who's a little bit darker. Freya tends to be very bold and very crazy, which is why she's running amok out there, getting very muddy, much to the, trainer's dismay that when we are interacting with her, she's going to spread all that mud all over us, is part of the job.
The 50th cupcake that was at the entrance to France is gone now. It's just a vacant space as they await the new, probably giant cake that's going to come here for Howl-o-Scream. Though I'm not 100% sure that the area will become a cake, because this area is becoming a brand new scare zone called Disgrotesque over here in France. So we'll see what this is like. They don't have any decorations up yet. This is the first of 3 brand new scare zones we'll see this year at Howl-o-Scream. Stalker Street is going to be returning as a scare zone to New France. There is nothing going on in the area right now to show that it's going to be a scare zone, but I'm sure they'll get things together in about a week. And we'll be checking out that scare zone returning from last year. The bridge between New France and Alpengeist is already covered in the giant spider webs going the entire length of the bridge. Lots of giant spiders on the webs to go along with the giant webs. Some hiding up here. Really looking forward to seeing how this looks at night. Seems like the spiders on the bridge have multiplied significantly this year versus years past. Last time we were here, we mentioned that Burgermeister's Hideaway has gone from a reservation-only story time-based drinking event, I guess, for lack of a better term, where they give you some alcoholic drinks, to being anyone can go in and order a beer at any time. We did not go inside last time, so let's go inside this time and take a look. We can finally record the inside of Burgermeister's. Secret doorway in here that used to be a surprise, but now it's open at all times. Takes you into this little closet with all these steins. I love these steins in here. Oh, they changed some lighting in here too, made it more dim. This picture right here will actually move and talk from time to time. Love all the cuckoo clocks on the wall.
You go in and you tell them like the liquor you like and what you like I guess like the vibe you like, and then they do he wants to get a check out.
I love this picture of the ride on Loch Ness Monster up here. And the guy from the Tempesto safety video. One thing to note, when this was actually a traditional speakeasy and they had the story going, they actually had more tables in here than they do now. They removed a significant number of tables. So even though the room is small, they did squeeze in a lot of people. Now it's more like they want you to get in, get out. So we're trying a couple of dishes from Grogan's Grill. For an entree, we got the shrimp macaroni salad. And then as a side, we got the Barks Root Beer baked beans, sponsored by Barks Root Beer. That's funny that they specify that it's Barks Root Beer that's in these baked beans. Both of them were $7.50 a piece. It's interesting that the portion sizes are about the same, considering one has shrimp in it and one does not. You would think the shrimp macaroni salad would be significantly more money than the baked beans. So Jen said that the macaroni salad has a decent amount of shrimp in it. The shrimp and the macaroni are both cooked really well, so she enjoyed it. She said that there might have been just a touch too much mayonnaise for her liking, but if you like a lot of mayonnaise, you might enjoy this one. Overall, she really enjoyed it though. It was a pretty good dish, everything being cooked very well. These baked beans, it's mainly a bunch of pinto beans with the occasional kidney bean in there. You can see like one kidney bean there, one there. There aren't too many kidney beans in there, mainly pinto. The sauce is unusually thick for baked beans. I'm used to a really thin sauce, but it's a thick, sticky sauce. So I guess the Barks root beer made it more sticky than usual. Texture-wise, I have to say I'm not really a huge fan, but flavor-wise, I thought it was really good. So if texture isn't super important to you, or if you're okay with a really sticky texture, you'll probably enjoy these because the flavor is definitely there. It's really a sweet flavor, which isn't surprising considering how sweet root beer is. For dessert, from Bar Castle Spirits, we got the chocolate bourbon pecan pie. Interesting flavor combination, and that's a huge dollop of whipped cream. The chocolate in this pie is a surprisingly bitter chocolate. It really needs the whipped cream for some sweetness. Pecan pies are usually really sweet, so to replace the, whatever's usually in a pecan pie, I'm not even sure, with this bitter chocolate really changes the flavor profile. Kind of caught me off guard, but combined with the whipped cream, it was really good. The sweetness and the bitterness combined to make a really great flavor. From Burgermeister's, Jen got the 50th anniversary Golden Anniversary Ale, which comes in this cool 50th anniversary can. And I got the Ale Works Superb Hazy IPA. Nothing really special about that one. I basically just wanted to mention that they do not have taps in here, and they only give you canned beers if you order the beers. In the Germany section of the park, the Scary Tales Scare Zone is no more. It's going to be replaced by Wicked Wonderland. They have Christmas lights all strewn throughout. So instead of Winter Wonderland, it's going to be a Christmas-themed scare zone called Wicked Wonderland. It'll be interesting to see what they do with this area. I kind of miss Scary Tales. I think it was my favorite scare zone here. So hopefully this one's a fun one. Right next to the upgrade center, the entrance to Clown Town should be right through this gate right here, but yet again, no signage here either yet. You wouldn't know it just by looking around at the moment, but the Oktoberfest area is becoming a brand new scare zone known as Bavarian Bloodshed. Not really sure what this area is going to be like, and with no decorations anywhere, I'm extra not sure what this is going to be like, so it'll be fun to find out for sure come Howl-o-Scream opening day.
8 o'clock or...
Your gratuitous Dark Coaster wait time update. At 3:15 on a Saturday, the wait time is a whopping 75 minutes today. Crowded park day. Normally inside the Fest House you would see the Phantoms of the Fest House for Howl-o-Scream. This year they are moving the Skeletones from the San Marco Theater into the Fest House to start Skeletones in Your Closet. Phantoms of the Fest House is no more here. Skeletones in Your Closet starts September 5th, same day as Howl-o-Scream. And they have a warning that it does contain strobe lights, so if strobe lights are bad for you, you might want to avoid this show. Once again, Basketball has changed up their prizes. It's kind of strange how quickly and how frequently they're changing up their prizes. Now they are a bunch of general stuffed animals. They have dogs, koalas, red pandas, ducklings, sloths, and elephants. Interesting. It's a little more interesting than the mice that they had previously. You can actually tell what these are a little bit better. The banner on the bridge between Italy and Oktoberfest has changed to Howl-o-Scream, showing the dates of September 5th to November 2nd. They have 6 Terror-Tories / scare zones, 5 haunted houses as usual, 4 sinister shows, booze bars, shopping, and more. So basically the same, but they've switched out a lot of the Terror-Tories and a couple of the haunted houses, so this is going to be an exciting year. And replacing the Skeletones in the San Marco Theater is going to be a new show known as the Spirit Spellabration, so we're looking forward to checking that out when it opens for the season. The La Casa has transitioned from Christmas right into Halloween. Always love how they decorate the upper portion of this store. It's not just the decorations at the top either, they have a whole bunch of Howl-o-Scream merchandise as well. Most of it we saw elsewhere, but you don't see this too much. They have the Howl-o-Scream cereal box, which has a shirt inside of it. I didn't even think they were still making these. Most of the merchandise in here is older stuff that they've had year after year, and not a whole lot of stuff is specific to Howl-o-Scream, though this notepad's pretty cool. This diner. They also have a few other Killer Any Diner things here, but everything in here, because it's a little bit older, is 50% off, including these stickers. Walking through Italy, they have put up their garland and wreaths with the skeletons in the middle. They have also changed the lighting on the side of the building to a bluish hue, getting this area ready even though it's not officially a scare zone. The area just past the Halloweeny wreaths in Italy, where the grape stomping photo op was last time we were here, is turning into Stone Cold Spirits. They have this here every year for Howl-o-Scream. Obviously it's not open yet. There's a big Pardon Our Dust sign on here, but once Howl-o-Scream starts, you'll be able to get some adult beverages here. Interesting that they still have all the decorations that they would normally put up for Busch Gardens at Howl-o-Scream, including the area over here where they would normally put the giant Medusa head, but yet they do not have Busch Gardens listed as being one of the Terror-Tories this year, so I'm not sure what they're doing with this area just yet. The billboards around the park have changed to give the dates of Howl-o-Scream, September 5th through November 2nd, featuring the new Werewolves Haunted House that's opening near the Big Bad Wolf Coaster. And speaking of the Big Bad Wolf Coaster, the ad for the Big Bad Wolf Wolf's Revenge is now no longer using that weird CGI picture that now that the coaster's been open for a minute, they actually have real people in the picture. The Fest Evil Scare Zone is returning in the Festa Italia area. They are missing some of their decorations, such as the elephant that will most likely go over here, but they have the Mardi Gras lights up and they have the wreaths with the skulls in the center, so it's a start for the Scare Zone. At the entrance to the Tempesto gift shop, there are a few Halloween related things, most of them not really Howl-o-Scream themed, but Halloween, that we didn't see in the Emporium. They have, actually there's more Howl-o-Scream stuff than I realized. They have this little tiny snow globe, the shot glasses, this mug, as well as this mug. They also have this coffin, and this apothecary box with coasters inside of it. They have some eyeballs, salt and pepper shakers, another mug, and like a little journal diary here. And the skeleton hand magnifying glass. And one more Howl-o-Scream mug with the Howl-o-Scream logo inside and a bunch of spiders on the outside. So now for the main reason that we came here today, a lights-on tour of the Death Water Bayou Morte haunted house. We've been really excited to check this out. So there's two things I wanted to mention. We're recording this after we have already gone through the house. Number one is there are parts of the house that are a little bit bloody, so if you're a little bit squeamish, you may want to skip this. I'll put a timestamp up in the corner to let you know where to skip to if you want to skip it. Also, we ended up going through a self-guided tour with no one in front of us or behind us, and because we're really big fans and we realize how rare of an occurrence this is, we really took our time going through. There was about 15 minutes of videoing, so if that's too long for you, you can skip or you can speed up the video. I just wanted to forewarn you that it's going to be a long time in that house. So without further ado, here we go. vampire-themed haunted house, Bloodshot, will have its entrance right here, meaning that this is the last week for Escape from Pompeii. Bloodshot will be replacing the Lost Mines that used to be in the Escape from Pompeii building. Surprising to see there is no facade up. There was a nice fancy facade for Lost Mines while it was here. There's nothing here yet right now for Bloodshot. Looks like they've changed a lot of the lighting around the park to red already. All along the walkway by Escape from Pompeii, the lighting is now red. And also on the bridge leading into Festa Italia in Italy as well. Interestingly, even though Pompeii is closed for Howl-o-Scream, the lighting in the Pompeii queue has also been turned to red. Out in front of the bridge to Ireland, the Busch Gardens Cemetery has returned, bigger and better than ever. So many tombstones over here. I kind of wish they would turn just this small area into a little zombie-filled scare zone. I think it would work really well. And the Busch Gardens sign is still keeping the Howl-o-Scream 25 logo from last year. Not that that's a problem, I just wanted to point it out. Some of the tombstones have epitaphs on them and some are just plain slate, but they go all the way up the walkway near the Clydesdale Pen, all the way around Scotland and into the little no man's land crossroads between Ireland, Italy, Scotland, and the UK. We're not going to look at all of them because there's so many, but we'll walk by and take a look at a few. My favorite view of the tombstones is this little secluded walking path right by Tweedside Gifts. Have a couple. There aren't too many tombstones here, but the ones they do have here are well decorated and it's a very quiet path. So it's a pretty cool view. As long as the train isn't about to come by and destroy the silence. But it's still fun to see all the tombstones over here. And there goes the train. So that was our trip around Busch Gardens today. Surprisingly, we managed to accomplish everything that we set out to do. We managed to see the little baby wolves. We managed to check out the lights on walkthrough of the haunted house. And we managed to see the decorations that they have in place for Howl-o-Scream. We were surprised that they didn't have more Halloween decorations out when we walked around, but we know that they'll get it all together within the next week. We're excited to be back here in less than a week's time to see what the park looks like. It's going to look completely different by then, and we're excited to bring you what the houses look like for the year, including the 2 brand new ones. So we really hope that you enjoyed checking everything out. If you did, we would appreciate it if you would give the video a thumbs up. And also subscribe to the channel. Every like and subscribe is a big help to the channel. Also, please be sure to ring the notification bell that I always keep forgetting mentioning. Also, please be sure to check out our Instagram page appearing over Jen's head right now. Below that is our Threads handle. And then right below Jen is our email address. Please be sure to email us any questions, comments, concerns, constructive criticism. We read everything and we appreciate any feedback that you give. So, thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for watching, but the fun's not over yet. Click the box in front of my face for another fun video, or click my tree to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss another video.